Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadishatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Gaurani Nai, Jaya Gaurani Nai, Gaurani Nai, Jaya Gaurani Nai. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ते प्रदे देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ते प्रदे देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ते प्रदे देवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। वृंदे देवी तुलसी महारानी की नमो तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो अभिलाषी। राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो अभिलाषी। राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो तुम्हारा शरण तारा वंचा पूर्ण कृपा कोरी को
रे वृंदावनवासी
करे करो तारे वृंदावनवासी
मोरा अभिला उल्लास कुंजय दियो नारायण हरि वोशदा युगल रूपराशि वेदनादारो स्वकीरानो गता करो सेवाधिकाराधि करोमि जगासि दीन कृष्ण दास को तेरे नमो रहो श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेम सदा रे नवासी यानि पापानि ब्रह्महत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पादे पादे यानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Devi Jaya Vande, Devi Jaya Vande, Devi Jaya Vande, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
वृंदा तुलसी देव्या है प्रियाय जब शिजा विष्णु गुरुदेव दत्ते नमो नमः वृंदा तुलसी देव्या है प्रियाय जब शिजा विष्णु गुरुदेव दत्ते नमो नमः वृंदा तुलसी देव्या है प्रियाय जब शिजा विष्णु गुरुदेव दत्ते नमो नमः देवी तुलसी महारानी की गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय Oh Yate Gorata,
Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Bhatita Pavana Sitaram Raghupati Raghava Bhatita Pavana Sitaram Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Sitaram Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Jaya
ईश्वरा परमा कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविंद सर्वकारण कारणम् चिंतामणि प्रकर सद्म सुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मी सहस्रशत संभ्रम सेव्यमानम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं पुणन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षम् बर्हावतं समसिताम्बुदसुन्दराङ्गम् कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसद्वनमाल्यवंशी रत्नाङ्गदं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासम् श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियतप्रकाशम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अंगानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वल विग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अन्धास्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगम्यो वायोरथापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानाम् सोऽप्यस्ति यत्र पदसेऽन्यविचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एतोऽप्यसौ रचयितुं जगदण्डकोटिं यच्चक्तिरस्ति जगदण्डचयाय दन्ता अण्डान्तरस्थ परमाणुचयान्तरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भावभावितधियो मनुजास्तथैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमासनयानभूषा सूक्तैर्यमेव निगमप्रतिभैस्तुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मय रसप्रतिभाविताभिर्यमेव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोकमेव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनच्छुरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठन् नानावतारमकरोत् भुवनेषु किन्तु कृष्णः स्वयं समभवत् परमः पुमान्यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिष्वशेषवसुधादिविभूतिभिन्नं तद्ब्रह्मनिष्कलमनन्तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि माया हि यस्य जगदण्डशतानि सूते त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयवेदवितायमाना सत्त्वावलम्बि परसत्त्वं विशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसात्मतया मनस्सु या प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतामुपेत्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यजस्रम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि निजधाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधाम सुतेषु तेषु ते प्रभावनिचया विहिताश्च येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयसाधनशक्तिरेखा छायेव यस्य भुवनानि विभक्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यथा दधिविकारविशेषयोगात् संजायते न हि तथा पृथगस्ति हेतो यशम्भुतामपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि दीपाचिरेव हि दशान्तरमभ्युपेत्य दीपायते विवृतहेतु समानधर्म यस्तादृगेव हि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि या कारणार्णवजले भजति स्म योगा निद्रामनन्तजगदण्डसरोमकूपा आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्यैकनिश्वसितकालमभावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथा विष्णुर्महान् सैव यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि भास्वान्यदाश्म सकलेषु निजेषु तेजा स्वीयं कियत् प्रकटयत्यपि तत्त्वदत्र ब्रह्माय एष जगदण्डविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विनिधाय कुम्भा द्वन्द्वे प्रणामसमये सगणाधिराजा विघ्नान् विहन्तुमलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अग्निर्मही गगनमम्बुमरुद्दिशश्च कायस्तथात्ममनसीति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्माद्भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यच्चक्षुरेश सविता सकलग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेष तेजा यस्याज्ञया भ्रमति संभृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि धर्मोदपापनिचया श्रुतयस्तपांसि ब्रह्मादिकीटपतगावदयश्च जीवा यत्तमात्रविभवप्रकटप्रभाव गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्त्विन्द्रगोपमथवेन्द्रमहो स्वकर्म बन्धानुरूपफलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजां गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यं क्रोधकामसहजप्रणयादिभीति वात्सल्यमोहगुरुगौरवसेव्यभावै सञ्चिन्त्य तस्य सदृशीं तनुमापुरेते गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्रिया कान्ता कान्त परम पुरुष कल्पतरवो द्रुमा भूमिश्चिन्तामणि गणमयि तोयममृतम् कथागानं नाट्यं गमनमपि वंशे प्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योति परमपि तदा स्वाद्यमपि च स यत्र क्षीराब्धिस्रवति सुरभिभ्यश्च सुमहान् निमेषार्धाख्यो वा व्रजति न हि यत्रापि समयः भजे श्वेतद्वीपं तमहमिह गोलोकमिति यम् विदन्तस्ते सन्ताक्षितिविरलचारा कतिपये ईश्वरः परमा कृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द सर्वकारणकारणम् हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ragupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Ragupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Ragupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Sitaram Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram Jaya 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 Sitaram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Sitaram Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram Jaya 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 Sitaram. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam. Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam. Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam. Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. रघुपति राघव राम पतित पावन सीताराम सीताराम जय 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 सीताराम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा पतित पावन रघुपति राघव राजा पतित पावन रघुपति राघव सीताराम 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 जय 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 सीताराम रघुपति राघव रघुपति सीताराम जय सीताराम Sitaram Radhe Shyam 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Please make Sri Lakshmi Mataji host.
Okay. Host.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, you can make Aishwarya.
Yes.
Done.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Aishwarya Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. So we'll just quickly go through. Okay, happy Rama Navami to everyone, and we'll learn some of the lessons. There, it's going to be a Kannada class, so that's why I'm just come here. Maybe 10 minutes, we'll discuss about the lessons we can learn from Ramayana. Mataji, Prabhu, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Yes.
Full screen visible, right? Okay.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshulmidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhudale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamina Dinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashchatya Deshtarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we all been heard Ramayana from since our childhood. So we know the pastimes of Lord Ram and Mata Sita, but we should know the lessons we can learn from Ramayana. It's not just a story. It's the pastimes of Lord is actually lessons which we can imbibe in our life. So in the Dashavatar Stotra, Jayadeva Goswami starts like this: Vitarashi Dikshurane Dikpati Kamaniyam Dashamukha Mauli Balim Brahmaniyam Keshavatita Rama Sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare. O Keshava, who's Keshava? Killer of demon Keshi, that's Krishna, O Lord of Universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Ramchandra. All glories to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroy the 10-headed demon Ravana and distribute his head as a delightful offering to the presiding deities of 10 directions, headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them, who are very much harassed by this monster. So Krishna has come as Lord Ram, so they're not different. And now, the first lesson we can learn from Ramayana is the power of bad association. So it is said, now you know this, what is happening here. So Mantara advising Kaikeyi, right? So Bharat Maharaj's mother. So now what happened? Bad association. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Asat Sangatyage Yei Vaishnavachar. That means you should give up bad association. Otherwise, we can't advance in devotional service. At the same time, Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Hoi, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoi. A moment of association with a pure devotee can change your life and can give you a lot of sugritis to advance in devotional service. But Kaikeyi was really good. But then, because she gave her ears to Mandara, who was a negative association, constant hearing from Mandara changed her mind and heart, and the whole Ramayana started because of this, right? So we know. So the power of bad association is very dangerous for a devotee who like to advance. So Mahaprabhu says Asat Sangat Tyage. So we should give up bad association or non-devotee association or the atheist association. Okay, so that's the first lesson we learned from Ramayana. Okay, and then, so what else we learned? Next one is, okay, so here Lord Ram is asked by his father to go to the forest for Vanavas. So here Lord Ram is the king, but he gave up his position because he was so attached to the service and not to the position. So sometimes we might be given a service to sweep the floor of the temple, or might be to cut the vegetables, or whatever is minute service. Might be we are behind the screen, but still that is also very important, because not the position. The intention is important. So here it is said that a devotee is so happy wherever he is. Okay, he's going to the forest, but he's happy. Lord Ram is showing by example that just the palace is not the external thing that matters for a devotee, but then service is very important. Swarga, Naraga, heaven or hell doesn't matter for a devotee. So Narayana Parasarve na Kudashana Vidyati Swarga Apavarga Narageshu Api Tulyatra Darshina. So he sees everything equal, Swarga, Naraga, everything, but he should be engaged in the service of the Lord. So that is what the lesson we can hear or learn from this episode. And then what happens is the Lord Ram had killed so many demons, right? So many demons. Hare Krishna, am I not audible? I'm getting messages. Hare Krishna Mataji.
You are audible, Mataji.
Audible, clear and
yeah. Okay, thank you. So the mission of life should be to vanquish the demonic tendencies in our heart. So the Lord Ram, Lord Krishna killed so many demons. It's not the external thing. There are demons in our heart also, right? We have 6 demons. What are they? The anarthas: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, anger, lust, greed, envy. All this is there in our heart. These are the demons in us. In Kali Yuga, the demon is within the same person. So we need to fight with the demon. And that's what, yeah, thank you. So that's what Lord Ram is showing by example, that the demon is not like outside. Nobody is your enemy except your own mind, right? So the anarthas have to be taken away. For that, we are chanting the holy name daily. That's Cheto Tarpana Marjanam, that's happening. And also, when Lord Ram accepted the Vanavas, even extreme reversals. It was like a reversal for him, 14 years, just imagine. And it should be taken in a proper spirit, which will help us fulfill our mission in life. Like Lord Ram, he accepted, whatever it is, he accepted the reversals. Like when sometimes negative things happen to us, what do? We give up our devotional service first, or we blame the Lord. We should know it's our karma coming back, and the Lord is so merciful that if you are getting tested the most, then you are actually fortunate. Lord is so merciful to us. Okay, that's why Mata Kunti prayed, Vipata Shandu Tatshashva Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavadar Darshanam Yatsya Apunar Bhavanarshanam. Oh Krishna, give me reversals again and again. Let problems come to me so that I can pick your darshan and I can do a lot of devotional service with more attachment. Now, when we are in a lot of happiness, we tend to forget the Lord. That's what happens in heavenly planets. So here, reversals also should be taken in a proper spirit. That's what Lord Ram is showing by example, right? He could have lived in the forest in the palace like a king, but then he left everything for what? Right? So he accepted. Lord Ram, he doesn't have any karma, he is transcendental, right? He is the Lord himself. But when he came in a human form, he is showing us by example that reversals of life also should be accepted in a proper spirit. That's why when Gajendra was cursed, Indradumna Maharaj got cursed as a Gajendra, Chitraketu Maharaj got cursed as Vitrasur. They took the reversals in a proper right spirit. They got moksha, right? And also here it says about in spiritual life, we should be alert. Alertness in the sense, when Lord Ram and Mother Sita went to forest, Lakshmana also followed them. And Lakshmana took a vow of not to sleep for 14 years. He didn't sleep because he wanted to protect his Lord. The Lord is always protected, but still Lakshmana is showing by example. And Mother Sita, she is Lakshmi Devi herself. She is doing Pada Sevana to the Lord. So in spiritual life, we should be alert. We should not fall down, and we should always see that the service is important. And we know too much of sleep, too much of eating, everything destroys the devotional service, right? So Atyahara Prayasya, so all that. So someone who's alert in spiritual life will definitely advance more. Okay, and then here it again, when the Lord went, it says that sometimes saintly persons might cause pain to others, not to hurt them, but benefit them, right? So Lord Ram going to the forest for exile, it actually hurted everyone, right? But that pain is also for a benefit. Now, when there is a separation of viprablamba bhav, that's actually more intense. Okay, so the pain, sometimes parents, they have to take the toys from the child so that the child studies well. So the pain is there for the child, the toy is taken away, but he is getting some higher things. Similarly, sometimes problems come to us, and saintly persons, in the sense, elders or seniors might chastise us. It's for our good, for our benefit, so that we can improve and we can do more devotional service. Okay, so that is another lesson we can learn from Ramayana. Now, so Jatayu, you know the example that Jatayu stopped Ravan from taking Mata Sita. So when Mata Sita was taken by Ravan, Jatayu went there. He's just a bird, but then his wings were cut by Ravan, and still he fought to the last end of his life. And his goal was to please Lord Ram. He knew he was not efficient to fight against Ravan, but still the intention was to please the Lord. So how much ever we chant, how many years we do the service or devotional life, that's not a criteria to get the mercy. Your intention to please the Lord is important, right? So intention is very important. Anukulena Krishnana Shilna. Are you doing it to please the Lord, or are you doing it just to complete your rounds in sadhana? And no. So we are doing to please the Lord. No? So Jatayu did the service to please the Lord, and Lord Ram himself came and did the last rites for Jatayu. So Jatayu is a great devotee of the Lord and shows by example that the goal is to please the Lord. And the Lord is the proprietor of everything, right? Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all cause. So if we know that, then we don't have to lament or hanker for anything, because we know, right? Ishavasamitam Sarvam. Everything belongs to the Lord, and He is the supreme controller, supreme enjoyer. Everything belongs to Him. That's the peace formula which Prabhupada says, right? So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that is the peace formula. If we know Lord is the proprietor and everything belongs to Him. Okay, so that is another lesson. And here, this is Shurpanaga actually. So Shurpa Naga. Shurpa means sharp, Naga is nails. So she is a demon, and then she was so impressed by Lord Ram. Rama means Rama iti Ramayati. That means he gives pleasure. Okay, someone who gives pleasure, that is Ram. So Lord Ram was so handsome, and then Shurpanaga got attracted by him. But then he told, see, I am having Ekapatni Vrata. Okay, I can't accept you. But so he sent her to Lakshman. So Lakshman was not ready to accept her. Again, he sent her to Lord Ram, and then she got offended. But she thought that she's great, and finally her nose and ears were cut. And then this is another reason for our fall down, that we should be humble and not be proud of whatever position, whatever things we possess. Everything is Krishna's mercy. Without him, not even a blade of grass moves. So when we know that I'm not doing anything, it's actually the Lord who makes me do. I'm just an instrument. That makes you more humble. And finally, Shurpanaga went to Ravan and told about all the instance what happened, and also said about Mata Sita. That's how Ravan came to kidnap Mata Sita. So I'm not going to the story details, I'm just going through the lessons. So Bhakti, that is Mata Sita, represents Bhakti Devi, and it cannot be achieved by deception. In the sense, you can see Ravan has been he changed his form and came in the form of a sannyasi. So before that he sent the Maricha. So we'll just see that. And then so he came in a disguised form. He's a demon, but he dressed like a sadhu. That's called duplicity. Now we are in one phase we have we have like two phases. That is not good in devotional service. So duplicity, simplicity is Vaishnavism. That's the ornament of a Vaishnava. Simplicity not only in dressing or your external thing, but simple at heart and not having a duplicity. Ravan is a demon inside. He wanted to capture Mata Sita. You can also see the Lakshman Rekha, which Lakshman have drawn, that don't go outside. But then he came in a form of a sadhu. No? So we should not act like that. Be what you are even in your heart. So now what happened? Ravan went to Maricha, and then he asked, right, to become a form of a deer. So he became a golden deer, and he went to the hut where Lord Ram and Sita and Lakshman was there. So Mata Sita was so attracted by the beauty of the deer that Lord Ram had to go behind the deer. And later on, Lakshman also left, and then Mata Sita was alone. That's how Ravan could come. But the deer is actually a Maya. Okay, so Maya's attraction creates traps and make us suffer. Definitely. Sometimes we'll be chanting, and sometimes we have Bhagavad Gita class, Bhagavatam class. At the same time, we'll have some movie or some cricket match or something going on, and our mind will be like, I'll just see the score and come back. Now, I am not seeing the whole match. I'll see the score. But you will see the score and you'll end up seeing the whole match. So Maya is like that. Just give a few moments to her, she'll capture you. So the deer, then Lord Ram is the Lord himself. But even he is getting attracted to the Maya. Lord says, Mama Maya Duratyaya. Maya is also Krishna's energy. But now he's showing us by example. When he come in human form, that's why we should not see the Lord's pastime in a material platform. No, it's transcendental. We can't understand the Lord's pastime. He's showing us by example that even he is getting attracted to the deer, the Maya, so that will trap us. And the whole thing happened. Ravan couldn't have kidnapped Mata Sita if the deer, if they didn't get attracted to the deer. No, so all of them got attracted to the deer, which is Maya, and Maya is very strong. Prabhupada says a devotee should be always careful of Maya. Maya hoya antakar. Krishna Surya Sama. Maya hoya antakar. Yaha Krishna taha nahi Maya ra adhikar. Maya is like darkness. Krishna is like sun. And if a sun shines, there is no darkness there. So when we surrender to Krishna, we always have Krishna in our center. Maya can't touch us. But still, Maya is very strong. Prabhupada says you should be very careful of Maya every day, every step. Okay. So, and then patience, determination, and enthusiasm. Shabari, she becomes so old. Her guru told that Lord Ram and Lakshman will come here when they go for Vanavas. And she waited. All other disciples left, but she had so much of patience and determination and enthusiasm. This is what needed for Bhakti. Ulsaha nishchaya dhairya tat karma pravartana sangatya gatsado vrittesh shadbir bhakti prasiddhyati. So the 6 things which increase our bhakti. First is patience. Oh, why I'm not advancing? Why I'm not able to chant well? And all this, why I'm not able to learn the slokas? Patience. It won't happen in a day. We need to put our endeavor, and slowly, by Krishna's mercy, it will happen. But we should have patience. Definitely, it will happen. It just doesn't happen over time. So determination. She became so old, she couldn't even see. Her eyesight was decreasing, but still she was so determined to see Lord Ram, and enthusiastic. Even at that age, she used to collect, you can see, so many fruits, and she can't see whether it is ripe. So she used to bite and see whether it's ripe or not. And then when Lord Ram came, she offered the fruit which is bitten by her. Lakshman is like, what is she offering? But Krishna takes it. Yome bhaktya prayachati. If you will give with love and devotion, Krishna accepts. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. So that is Shabari. We can learn the lesson from Lord Shabari like that. So obstacles on the path of bhakti can be easily overcome, like Hanuman. So you can see Hanuman could fly over the Lanka, over the ocean to reach Lanka. And Lord Ram had to build a Sethupandan bridge. Lord Hanuman is a devotee in Dasya Bhav, and Lord definitely is greater than the devotee, but still Lord is showing by example that my devotees are greater than me. He always likes to keep his devotees on top. And the Sethupandan, that is to give service to the monkeys and to glorify the pastime. So he does this. But then this is Krishna's mercy again. So all the obstacles get crossed in a moment by taking surrender to the Lord. And you see, when the stones were written the name of Rama, they started floating in the ocean. Right? Lord Ram could not walk, but then his name was so powerful. That means the name is more powerful than the Lord himself. So that's why chanting the holy name is very important, because the Hare Krishna mantra has the 4 Ramas and 4 Krishna, so 8 are Hares. So definitely the Lord's name is more powerful. And Hanuman always had Lord's name with him. So big or small, we can swim the ocean of samsara by chanting Lord Ram's holy name. So you know the story of squirrel, right? All the monkeys were taking big stones and putting in the ocean to build the bridge, but a squirrel was just just taking a small pebble or small piece of sand, or what a squirrel can hold, that much, and then trying to put in the ocean. How can he build a bridge like that? But he is doing what he can. So we should not feel that, oh, why I'm not able to do all these devotional things. But whatever you can, if you do it to your best extent, to best possibility, then Krishna will definitely see it. You see, Hanuman took the squirrel and just threw it away, and because it was disturbing Hanuman's way. But then Lord Ram took with so much compassion, and he patted on top of the squirrel and said, Hanuman, you are doing what you can, and the squirrel is doing what he can. Right? So whatever we can do to a full extent, if we do service to Krishna, definitely he'll be pleased. And if you have the holy name of the Lord, we can cross over anything. So actually the Sethupandan, the bridge, was formed by Lord Ram's name, right? So that it's very important to know the holy name is so important. And then pride or attachment leads to loss of intelligence. So in Bhagavad Gita, we have learned Sanjay Sanjaya De Kama, Sangat Sanjaya De Kama, Kamat Krodho Bijayate, right? So, initially there is association, and then we'll always contemplation of objects, that is lust. And then when you have desires, it doesn't work, then there's Krodha, there's anger. So Ravan was attracted by Mother Sita, and when he could not get her, he became so angry. And later on, it also explains Spriti Bramsha Buddhinasha Pranashyati. The 8 steps of fall down. So when you in delusion and all this, there is loss of intelligence, and then you fall down. So loss of intelligence happened to Ravan also. But Ravan, they are Jaya Vijayas, right? So Ravan and Kumbhakarna is all Krishna's, Lord's pastimes, Lord Ram's pastimes. But still, he was so attached, he was so lusty in desires he had, that his intelligence was lost. Hearing about the Lord is the revival of dormant love. So Hanuman always used to chant the Lord's name, always, right? So, and he hears about the glories of the Lord. So when we hear Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and we are chanting the holy name, our dormant love, we all have this love of Krishna, the love of Godhead in us, that we forgot because of Maya. So it is said, that Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabonai, Shravanadi Suddha Chitta Karayudai. Like the Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema or the Krishna Bhakti, it's not possible just like that. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Karayudai. If you hear about the Lord and you clean your heart, then you can connect to the Lord. Okay, the dormant love comes out. So the iron rod is rusted. Once you remove the rust, then the iron gets attracted to the magnet. Similarly, we all have these anarthas and everything, but as we hear about the Lord, Shrunvata Sokata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana, Hridayandasta Bhadrani Vidinodi Sudhilsadam. You are hearing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Punya Shravana. It's the highest you can ever hear. And then Shravanadi Shuddha, what happens when you hear, all the anarthas get cleaned from our heart and our love for the Lord comes out, right? So, and that is one thing. And sacrifice even of family to surrender to Lord Ram, to the Lord. So this is Vibhishana getting surrendered to Lord Ram. So he sacrificed, right? So he sacrificed his family, even the family. And Vibhishana is a very nice example. He had his whole family of demons, no, and still he did devotional service. When Mother Sita was captured by Ravan and she was in Ashokavana, what happened? Hanuman went to see, and he could hear Lord Ram's name in two places. So in the whole Lanka, he heard Ram's name in two places. So Hanuman, no, definitely Mother Sita chants Lord's Ram name. But then who else is chanting in Lanka? And it was Vibhishana. In his home, he was chanting Lord Ram's name. And Rama, he was almost going to chant. And he wrote on the walls also of his home, Rama, Rama. And Ravan was so angry seeing this. Vibhishana, you're my brother, and you're writing my enemy's name on the walls. And Vibhishana, Krishna Bhakta Bada Chatur. The devotees of the Lord are very intelligent. And Vibhishana said, it's not Lord Ram's name. It is Ra for Ravan and Ma for Mandodari, your wife. So definitely it's you, not Ram. I didn't mean that. Actually, he meant it, but he wanted to fool Ravan, and he's less intelligent. And then Ravan was so happy, and he's like, okay, I order that the whole Lanka, all the walls, everything should be written Rama's name. That means Ravan and Mandodari, but it's actually Lord Ram. So Vibhishana had to sacrifice his family, but then he surrendered to the Lord. So any small sacrifice we are doing, like we are not like non-devotees now, our life is completely changed, and we think we are missing the fun. No, we are actually getting a higher taste. Param Drishtva Nivartante, right? So when we take Ekadashi, sometimes we can't eat grains and rice and all those days, and we follow the 4 regulative principles, and we think that we are sacrificing so much, but that is for a higher purpose, right? Okay, so welcoming the Lord in our hearts with lamp. So when we are ready, when our heart is pure, then the Lord appears, Lord comes. You can see in Pushpaka Viman, the Lord comes back with Mother Sita. And then welcoming the Lord in the heart is very important, that it's Lord's mercy that's coming to us, and the heart should be purified. Prabhupada gives a nice example. A gentleman doesn't like to live in a slummy area. He lives in a very nice residential area, which is very clean and neat. That's how a gentleman lives. So similarly, Krishna is the supreme gentleman. He can come and be in the heart, which is full of anarthas. So we clean the heart, we make it a more comfortable place for the Lord to come and sit in our heart. Definitely he is in our heart as Paramatma, but then still we need to have the Lord with us. So welcoming the Lord in the heart, it's very important that we do devotional service and follow the regulative principles, follow the Guru. Our spiritual master has given us so much instructions. Follow that, follow the Shiksha Guru, study the Shastras, chant the holy name. When we keep doing devotional service, then the heart gets purified and with the lamp of knowledge, and definitely the Lord is welcomed in our heart and he is seen. So a pure devotee always have the Lord in his heart, right? Yachama Sundaram Achintya Guna Swarupam. So it's always there, as the Lord is always there in the heart of a pure devotee. So these are some of the lessons we could definitely learn from Ramayana. There's lots more. I think maybe the temple is ready for Aarti. I don't know, the final Aarti. So till then, yeah. Okay, so these are quick lessons from Ramayana. So anybody likes to add something, some comments? It's Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Ramayana is all about simplicity and humility.
Yes. Definitely, it's simplicity and humility. So Lord Ram is showing by example that how, even though he's a great king, he gave up everything, and he didn't even had the padukas, no slippers, and he went to the forest and he was living there. Okay, so Sri Lakshmi Mataji, how will we know that they are done? Temple.
You have to ask them to.
Nobody is picking the call. Okay. Yeah, so there it's Kannadiga devotees have come, Tulu devotees. Here also they're there, but then most of them understand English, so that's why.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here
Nika.
most of them understand English, but even other languages are there here. But we can't make it happen to everybody that every language will be spoken here. So sorry for the inconvenience, but then English is the major language, so we took in English.
Yeah, so Hare Krishna. Oh, I think I have one more thing. Yeah. So here in Brahma Samhita, I'll stop with this. Brahma Samhita also it is said that Rama Adimurti Shukala Niyamena Tishtan Nana Avataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramas Pumamyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Ramadi Murti Shukala Niyamena Tishtan Nana Avataram. That means I worship Govinda, the premier Lord, who manifests himself personally as Krishna. Okay, and the different avatar, he have Nana avatar in the world in form of Lord Ram, Simha, Vamana Dev, etc. as a subjective portion. So this is Brahma Samhita 5.39. Here it is said Krishna Swayam. Right, so Krishna is the Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan, and all others are his expansions or avatar. That means they are also equally powerful. Like you have one main candle and you light different candles. What difference can you make out from the first candle and second candle? So, but the source is the first candle. Similarly, source is Krishna, and the expansions are different avatars, you can see. And Lord Ram is actually something to be someone to be followed because he's Maryada Purushottam. He is also Leela avatar of the Lord. But Krishna, the supreme Lord, the avatari, we should not imitate Lord Krishna, his activities. All the activities of the Lord are transcendental. We can't just blame the Lord or see it in a material platform. Why did the Lord do that? Did this and that? So no, we should never pull Lord to our level. With our material senses, we can't understand the Lord. It's only through Shastras and through our gurus and acharyas we try to understand. So we should not jump to a conclusion just by seeing these TV serials and all that. So we should have reference when we speak something, and the lessons are very important. So Prabhupada says it's not just Bhagavatam and it's not just a story. There's so many lessons which we can learn and keep it in our life. Okay, so that's why. So here, yeah, Prabhu, how to protect, how to save from non-devotees. We are all living in association with non-devotees, either in the home or at workplace, everywhere, right? Everywhere, it's normal. But we should not take association from them. We can give association. In the sense, there are two things: giving association and taking association. Taking association means you take their advice and you try to change. They say, why do you do bhakti and all that? Definitely they'll say all that. So that you should not take, whatever those advices. But you can give association to them. So there are two ways of handling it. Mahaprabhu said that you should be detached inside, and outside you should be normal. We are all grihasthas, we are all human beings, we have to be social. So outside, be normal, be this thing, but then don't give your heart to them. Don't associate, take association. Always give association. So that's how you handle the non-devotees. Okay. How to protect the bhakti? By association with devotees. Definitely, the bhakti lata beej is like a seed. You pour water to it and then it grows and reach the lotus feet of the Lord. So you need to protect like a gardener. So for that you need association. Only with association can you progress in devotional service. So definitely association is important. Reading the Shastras are important. Chanting daily, and also diet, Krishna Prasad has to be taken. association is so powerful, because alone you may not be able to progress in devotional service much, but association, it's like fuel in your car, and it keeps you running throughout. Otherwise it gets dried up, bhakti gets dried, and you might get bored, and you might stay in the same place, or you fall down. But for real advancement, association is very important. Association of great devotees are very important. You can associate with Srila Prabhupada daily by reading his books and by listening to his lecture. That's a powerful association you can ever have. So all of you should develop the habit of, each one can have a personal relationship with Prabhupada. That's what he says. So, but then for that, you should read his books. Okay. Yeah, these slides are given to me by Namaste Prabhu. I don't know whether it can be shared, because I need to check with him, read them. Okay. So I hope, I'm not an expert to speak about on Ramayana, but then because Prabhupada gave more importance to Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I think that itself is too much for us to handle. So, okay. They are just dressing up the deities after the Abhishek, so it might take a couple of minutes. Okay. So tomorrow the next batch is starting, 23rd batch. So please, if you the last minute registration is going on, so please tell your friends and family to register and let them take advantage. Okay. So, and also you can do some service like co-hosting, volunteers, sloka reciters. No, it's possible. Okay. So are we done, Mataji, here? And if any questions, you can put in the chat also.
For this, it is done, Mataji.
What?
Presentation is done.
Yeah, that's done.
Let's wait for the Aarti.
Yes. So now we're going to have the final Aarti, and after that Prasad. Okay. So these lessons, it's difficult to incorporate in life, but then at least we try to appreciate them. We appreciate them, and till then these were all stories for us, but now we know that these are all lessons we need to learn from the pastimes of the Lord. So similarly, even Krishna Leela, Krishna's pastimes, or Narasimhadev, any avatar which you take all through Bhagavatam, it has a lot of lessons to be learned, and these are all from Srila Prabhupada mentions it.
There is a question.
Yes.
Shailaja Shivanna Mataji writes, Hare Krishna Mataji, since the Lord is free of all karma, why did he accept it, portraying as if he is suffering?
Yeah, so that is, Lord is showing by example, no? Someone should show us by example that how to overcome the obstacles in life and sufferings in life. So Lord Ram will be never seen like morose or something. It's not his karma coming back, but just showing us by example. Like you can see a father might act as a horse or a cow, in the sense to keep the children on top, and then he walks around, just to give fun. Or he might act, do some role play, something role play. It doesn't mean they are suffering or they are the animal. No, they just to show the example to the children. No? So children don't understand anything except unless you demonstrate or do practically demonstrate to them, right? So it doesn't mean the father is a horse or a cow. So like that, the Lord is showing us, when he came in a human form, he's showing us that reversals can come in life and how to tackle it, how to overcome it. So I think that's what is very important to know, that the Lord, it's not suffering. Like Prahlad Maharaj, Prabhupada says, the Prahlad Maharaj and Pandavas, they didn't suffer their karma. Lord is showing by example that how my pure devotees react. Okay. So once the temple join, then we can see the final Aarti. Hare Krishna. Okay, so for a devotee, the suffering is not a suffering actually. Okay, like Prahlad looks like suffering for us. Pandavas look like suffering for us, but externally it looks like suffering. Internally, Prahlad was so peaceful. You've seen Prahlad tensed anywhere. No, he's even after seeing the Ugra Rupa of Narasimhadev, he was so peaceful. And even his father was throwing him from the cliff or putting him in boiling oil or whatever torture he did. Prahlad was always peaceful. For a devotee, it doesn't, external things doesn't matter to him. For us, it looked like, oh, he's suffering, but they are not actually suffering. Inside, they are really at peace. Okay. I could hear the kirtan from the temple, so I think they're going to start now. Okay. So the kirtan have started, but
they may connect in a while.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yes. So. What's this? Yeah, so ego, the false ego that's there always with us, even in bhakti, in devotional life, there will be. But when we associate with more humble people, we'll come to know we are nothing. when we see advanced devotees being so humble and they're so down to earth, we also imbibe the quality. Yes, Neeraja Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I heard that actually Sita was the daughter of Ravana in some previous Janma, no Mataji? Like he had the curse that he would be liking his daughter. How far is it true, Mataji? Like
there's no reference, Mataji, as such for that. So we can't just take it. Okay. We shouldn't have some reference before confirming, no? There's no reference for it.
Okay. Okay, Mataji, thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna, I think we can see the Aarti, final Aarti.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parikacharya Shosha Shrimati Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON founder, BBT founder Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parikacharya Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki. Anant Koti Vaishnavind ki. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki. प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासुति गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गौर गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की नवदीप माया वृंदावन की जगन्नाथ धाम की गोप all glory somebody go to all glory somebody go to all glory somebody all glory Shri Guru and Varuna Gosha Prabhupada ki.
Ram Navami Mamo Sakhe, Ram Navami Mamo Sakhe, Ram Navami Mamo Sakhe, Lagor Ramanande. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Hiranyakashi Purvashaha. Hiranyakashi Purvashaha. Shilatankana Kalaye. Shilatankana Kalaye. Ito Nashima Parato Nashima. Ito Nashima Parato Nashima. Ito Nashima Parato Nashima. Yato yato yamita to Nashima. Yato yato yamita to Nashima. Bahi Nashima Hridaye Nashima. Bahi Nashima Hridaye Nashima.
Narasimha Madim Sharunam Prapade Narasimha Madim Sharunam Prapade Avakara Kamalavare Naka Adhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanuranga Keshavadutta Naraharirupa Jagadishu Hare Jai Jagadishu Hare Jai Jagadishu Hare Jaya Keshavadutta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Narasimhade Jaya Narasimhade Narasimhade Jaya Narasimhade Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Narahari Jaya Narahari Nitai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol Shridev Bhagwan ki Prahlad Maharaj ki Srila Prabhupada ki Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmana Vaishnave Salpa Punya Vatan Rajan Vishwashaniya Jayate Sharira Vidyajar Yadendriya Dayakar Jiva Bale Vishesagare Tara Madhe Jivavati Lobo Mae Sudurmati Rakhijite Kani Sansare Krishna Vada Doyamoy Kori Vare Jiva Jai So Prasadan Nadilo Bhai Se Annamrita Pavo Radha Krishna Gunagavo Premada Goshi Chaitanya Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Jai Ho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Prasadali Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Radha Govind Gauranta Mahaprasad ki Ramanami Mahamotsav ki Srila Prabhupada ki Prasad alli undu ellaru prasad tagoli
Krishna, thank you for coming to Ram Navami, everyone. Hare Krishna. Anyone from the temple side, they can end the meeting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Okay, Mataji, we can end the meeting.
Yes, anyone from temple side, they can end the meeting. They're the host. Yes, thank you for coming to the Ram Navami fest. Prabhu, see that you can stop the live.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.